I'm going to pass the floor over to Michael. Michael, for you to introduce Zahid. Are you there, Michael?
Yes, yes. Thank you very much, Sam. Now, last week, for those of us who attended the talk given by Cora, Cora says she believes in fairy tales. Now, today we also have another fairy tale story. But these wonderful fairy tales always end up, with a happy ending. Now, just like Cora, she's got a happy ending. She found Sam. So today, our speaker. So for many of us, we are already quite familiar with him. Now, what he has to say about his background is something very humble and very touching. He says he's the son of a rubber tapper. And the wife is the daughter of a school teacher. Simple people, simple folks. They met 35 years ago at the university when he was doing engineering, while the wife was doing accountancy. So they are both professionals, one engineer and one accountant. And they have been together since and bestowed with 4 beautiful children and 2 lovely grandchildren. For their working experience, they had a short working employment career. NORLI worked for 6 years, and ZAHID worked for 8 years before starting on a new venture in real estate together. Now, this is a beautiful couple doing things together, being married in real life, married in business too. That's wonderful. And for the past 20 years, they have been in and out of so many different MLM companies that they have given up on the idea of being a success in the industry. Does it relate to any one of us here? I hope so. Okay. And the opportunity came in 2014 when Kangen Business came knocking on their door. So the rest is history. So we'd like to invite our Master Sifu, ZAHID, to speak today. He is a 6A5-4 and he leads a very powerful and successful team. ZAHID, go ahead.
Hi, Michael. Thank you for having me here. It's an honor to be here. Thank you very much. Okay, as you can see, I'm alone today because NORLI is resting right now. So I'll be here alone. I'll be answering your question if you have any.
You like to have something to say before I ask you some questions?
Okay, thank you very much for the kind introduction. Yes, that is true. My father was a rubber tapper. For those of you who do not know what rubber tappers are, they are actually people who cut the rubber, rubber trees to get the latex to make your tires, your car tires. Those are they have to wake up very early in the morning before the sunrise, because when the sun rises, then the latex will not come out, will not flow out. So they have to do it very early in the morning. That's my father. And NORLI's father is actually a school teacher. She has 8 siblings. I have 5 siblings. Of course, that's my upbringing in the village. She's in a small town. And then chance we met not here in Malaysia. We met somewhere else in some other countries when we were still studying, and got married there immediately. So before
that's a real fairy tale story.
Before we even finish study, okay. So when you find something good, just grab it, hang on to it, and don't let go. So
yeah, don't let go.
So that's what NORLI is doing to me, okay. So and now we have been blessed with 4 children and 2 grandchildren, more coming. Grandchildren, I mean, no more children, grandchildren coming. Whereas that's basically it. Of course, we work for a while, for a short while before. NORLI is always the ambitious one between me and her. I'm the laid back type. I'm the you can say extroverted. and she introverted. So she's more outgoing. She is always, wants to try things, do things. That's how we end up doing so many MLI and so many companies. That's because of her doing. She just keep trying this. So every time she joined a new company, she promised me, okay, this is going to be the last one. This is it. This is going to be the last one. We're going to make it this time. So that's going on for the past, I don't know, about 20 years or so. So, but no complaint. Like we always say, if you don't make money in this industry, what do? If you don't earn, you learn, right? So we have been learning for the past 20 years. We have been learning. We have been coming to meeting. We listen. Back then there was no Zoom, no nothing. We rely on books and we rely on physical meeting. We rely on tapes. So we keep listening to the tapes. Become positive person, positive people, and we keep reading books and associate ourselves with successful people. And that's the preparation in 20 years preparation before we finally met Enagic in 2014. Yeah, and that's basically how before we get into Enagic. And then you want me to continue to?
Yeah, maybe tell us some interesting stories about your journey in the early days of Lincoln. Yes.
Okay, this is NORLI's doing. She started this thing. So one fine night in February 2014, a group of people came to my house when I was not in the house, when I was away. This is like 8:30 in the evening. So they came, a group of people came to NORLI and did the demo. Those who came to the house, according to NORLI, is someone by the name of Mustafa and the wife, Fauzia, and Dorcas. She's a -3 right now in the business. And what is that guy name? There's another guy who came and showed NORLI the demo. The guy passed away.
Upline.
Yeah, he passed away already due to cancer.
I just cannot recall the name suddenly.
So anyway, so they came. Barry, yeah, sorry.
Barry.
Yeah. So they came and show NORLI the demo and show the marketing plan and show the books. Okay, upon seeing the demo, NORLI was convinced. I mean, this is good because NORLI background was actually, before she switched to accountancy, was actually sort of engineering a little bit. So when she saw the demo, she was convinced and she wanted to buy the machine right away that night. Would you believe that? How many people saw the demo for the first time and decide, you want to buy the machine? Let me see how many people are like that. You saw the demo for the first time, okay, that's it, I want the machine. Me. So not many. So only one person, Lina. One person. So I thought that was crazy. So when I came back, I saw some people at the dining table with NORLI. I don't want to do anything with this anymore, and I've gone through this so many times already. Okay, I just went upstairs, and that's I'm just getting tired of all whatever that has been going on all these years. That's all. So I just left them and went upstairs. And then what happened? Actually, during that night, and when they meet, they actually promoted an event conducted by Sam, happening that Saturday. They came like Thursday night, Thursday, and then Friday, then that Saturday. There is a seminar, one day business seminar or something.
Forte, is that Forte? From ordinary to extraordinary?
No, this is before that. This is in 2014, early 2014.
Oh, the sharing, yeah.
I think he called it one day business seminar or something. So NORLI bought a ticket, 200, pay for it. Of course, the intention was actually to use and to buy the machine and use it for our own. There was no intention of doing the business, of course, because we have been through so many companies, and so we kind of, okay, that's it. Probably the product is good, we should use it. So the intention was to buy it for own use. And then when she went to the training, that's where she met Sam for the first time. She met, other distributors, And she was actually convinced it's actually a very good business to get into. You know, maybe she should start, you know, again. You know, it's just, okay. Okay, then she bought all the books.
Audio.
Okay,
okay, now, okay.
So she bought all the books that are on sale on that day. She bought all the CDs, whatever it is. Of course, she likes books. She likes to buy. She likes to buy books. There are books that have not been read yet. Okay, so she okay, bye. So that's my wife. That's NORLI. But anyway, she bought everything and then read the books. And this is actually the foundation of our business. You know, what happens when you read the books? Your belief gets stronger. And then I think 3 days. Of course, by that time, NORLI was actually a housewife. You know, when we got into real estate, you know, in 2007, she got pregnant with our fourth child, and then she just rests. Since 2007, she's not doing real estate anymore. Yeah, so she has been out of work for so that long. And then, of course, she doesn't have the saving. The money was actually not enough to buy the ST501 at the time. The best machine at the time was 501. She asked me for the money, so yeah, at last I relented and gave her the amount that she needed to, you know, to buy the machine. And then from then on, keep drinking. I mean, since the machine is already there, even though I don't really, you know, approve it, you know, as a husband, your wife wants something, you just, you know, you give in, right? You relent to what she wants. And then since the machine is already there, so I keep drinking. After this happened, after 1.5 months, you know, drinking gun water without knowing. Then suddenly I found my vision become blurry. Only after 1.5 months. And then from then on, of course, in between, you know, she made her first sale on about 3 weeks after that. About 3 weeks after buying the machine. And we did crazy thing. We, you know, this is early on the business. We probably did 2-3 demos a day. You know, there is not a day where we were at home not doing anything. So we're always somewhere, you know, either for our own personal or for the group. So it's always out there. So it feels weird if we stay home and not doing demo or sharing the water at that time, you know. So in the early on, you know, we you know, I can recall we probably share roughly between 800 to 1,000 gallons of water a month. You know, the 5-liter bottle gallon. You probably see some of the photos, the pictures that I shared previously. Between 800 to 1,000 gallons. Not us distributing all the waters. We had people come and take, okay, you please distribute. Take 50, take 20, and that's how we end up distributing 800 to 1,000 gallons. Just go crazy, massive. We did this before we knew the word massive action. So we only knew Eric Worre probably somewhere around 2017 or so. So we just, yeah. So we just did it. Just go all out, and that's it. And that's how where we are right now, you know. And then later on, and when we attended Eric Worre, so that's what he said, you know, if you do this for the first 90 days of your business, you'll be enjoying the fruits of your labor, your first 90 days of business. This is what we are enjoying right now. Actually, it's not really 90 days, but about 6 months. It's about 6 months or so, the first 6 months in the business. And we are still enjoying that fruits, our labor for the first 6 months in the business. That's basically how we get started, and in the business, how we jumpstart the business and start doing the business.
That's wonderful. I think for those people who are new, could you recommend some books that they should buy to get started off?
Oh yes, Dr. Sia books are good. I mean, if you want to know some technical stuff, get that Change Your Water, Change Your Life, and Ride the Wave.
By Dave Carpenter.
Yeah. If you read Ride the Wave, you know everything that you need to know to build a business. Read that book. It's very nice book, very good. Of course, if you are the reading type, you probably would have read How to Win Friends and Influence People and that kind of stuff. You know, all that self-development book. So those are classic book. We all need to read that. It's good because things that we don't learn in school. You know, those self-help books are good. You know, all of them, they are good.
Oh yeah, good. You mentioned about Ride the Wave. I think a lot of people wouldn't know what that book is all about. It's
Yes.
actually a wonderful book that you mentioned. You know, it's written by one of the very successful distributors about his experience on what you need to do get started and what you need to do to persist so that you can see the success as you are seeing now. And then the other book that you mentioned is could be Enzyme Factor by Dr. Hiromi Shinya.
Any Dr. Shinya is good. Dr. Shinya book is, we always use that Dr. Shinya book.
Yes. There's another wonderful book by Dr. Tim McKnight. It's called The Skeptical Physician.
Confession of a Skeptical Physician.
Yes.
And
these are wonderful books.
There's another book is The Miraculous Ionos Water.
Oh yes, those are very technical.
Yeah,
showing the benefits of the product. Wonderful. And how long did you take to become a 6A, Zahid?
Okay, we became 6A separately at that time. Now, NORLI became 6A in 6 months.
6 months to be a 6A. Wonderful.
From February to August 2014.
Wow.
And early August, you know what happened? Early August, 1st of August, she had 59 machines. By 31st of August, she had 111 machines.
Wow. How did you get to do that? Alone, or was it due to team effort?
It's focus, you know. You know what she did? She would circle all the names. Okay, this guy will contribute 5 machines. This guy will contribute 3 machines. She wrote down all the names, all the potential, all the prospect. And sure enough, you know, when you're focused, and that's what you achieve. And she did the same to me too. I became 6A in 5 months, from May to October. And then I had 109 machines by the end of October. 109. So that's the power of focus. You know, when you focus what you want to achieve, you will work for it. You will just, whatever it is, you know, I had to be, you know, it's just amazing, you know, because she would tell her friends, okay, I'm going for 6A, which I require. She blasted in the group, in the WhatsApp group. She was, I'm going for 6A, which means I need to have 100 machines in my in my account. So and then someone, her colleague, you know, I saw your message, and you really want to go 600 machine. Maybe I don't plan. Actually I did not plan to buy the machine now, but I can buy the machine and keep it for a while because my house is not ready yet. So he actually bought the machine just to have her become 6A. So if you have a goal, focus on it, and then suddenly you just don't know, things that start coming in. The universe just conspire, like they say, conspire to make it happen. Out of sudden, someone called, they want to buy a machine. So it's happened. Practice it. That's what happened.
Wonderful for you to say that, Zahid. I'm glad you used the prospect list and focus on your prospects. Yeah, because quite a lot of new people, what they will do is just simply talk to anybody suspects.
Yeah.
Not realizing they may not buy, and then losing focus after they meet too many such what do you call that, negativity. But you're great. You focus on your prospect list. People who are qualified, suspect whom you're qualified to be prospects and you focus on them. It's
Those
one
are-
wonderful point. Yeah.
I must let me just add, those are actually from our hot list. There was no stranger there. There was no stranger. Everything.
Yeah, prospect list, hot.
Every single one of them,
hot
we know.
leads. Yeah.
We know them. They know us. Okay, it's just work.
Yes.
And up to this day, I think I probably only a handful of strangers that we managed to close. Otherwise, it's just hot or warm prospect, within our circles.
Mm. People within your center of influence. Wonderful.
Yes, something.
Can you share with us 2 or 3 success factors that a person need to be able to succeed in Kangen?
2 or 3. I would say probably the first one is belief.
Belief? Okay, that's good.
We need to have a strong belief in the products. Belief is like, okay, how should I put? Belief is like a root to a tree. If your root is strong, and then whatever comes and the tree will still standing. Or it's like a foundation of a building. If the foundation is strong, big, deep enough, then the foundation will not, the building will not shake. That's the belief. Belief in the products. How do you develop belief in the products? You use the products. Come to the meeting like this, you see people are sharing their stories. They use this and they become better. They use this, become better. They take 11.5, drop it in their eyes. Their eyes become clearer. Vision. So that's belief in the products. Use it. I drink every single water that comes out from the machine. Would you believe that? Just to make sure the thing is safe. I drink 2.5. I drink 11.5. I'm still alive. I'm doing healthy. So it's the product is amazing. Just use it. That's how we build the belief in it. There is no other people who can come and dissuade you or say to you, the product is not good. No, I tried myself. I'm still alive. Okay. So that's create the belief. Of course, when you get the result from drinking the water, from using the water, and it's strengthen your belief. I drink 11.5 because I had diarrhea. One day we went out, we eat out, and then suddenly when it came back, it was just all hell broke loose. So diarrhea. And then somebody suggested, posted in the chat group, Dr. Peggy protocol. If you have diarrhea, you can try. You take a glass of 2.5 every 2 hours. And sure enough, only by the first glass is settled, no problem. I went to the clinic. By the way, that's only the second time I went to see a doctor after 7 years. After 7 years. Now, when I look back, in these 7 years, I only been to a doctor twice. One because of the gym accident. I had a slip disc in the gym accident. Went to see a doctor, and then the second time is because of diarrhea. That's only 2 times I went to, and I don't get sick, thank God, and I don't get fever, I cough, nothing like that. So for past 7 years. Yeah. So there must be something good there, right? So that's what happened. So our belief is strengthened because of that. We see that. And then what else? Belief in the company. The company is 47 years old company. At that time when we joined, it was 41 years old, 40 or 41 years old at that time. Yeah. If a company can last that long, it says something, right? It says something. Yeah. When in Japan, I think only 6.6% company that lasts beyond 10 years. So meaning we are the top 6.6% of companies in Japan. Yeah. So it's very strong. So create the belief in us. And okay, that's number one, belief. And then I think number two, I would put it. So many things. You want 3? Try to probably take responsibility, take ownership. Take ownership. Yeah. Responsibility is jiwan words. I would call it take ownership. Jiwan take responsibility, take accountability. Yeah, the gist is we want to take this is our business. This is not my upline business. This is not my downline business. This is my business. So I do whatever it takes to get it moving, to get it done. So we do. That's why we don't really care. You know, well, if sometimes, you know, we come across people who refuse to have to show the demo for their downline because they are way down, that's beyond their 8 points. For us, you know, whether you are within the 8 points or you are beyond our 8 points, no problem. You just get it done. Yeah, I do it for you. So that's responsibility. And then we do our own event. We do even when we were still 6A2 at that time. We did our own event attended by 200 people. We pay for the hall, we pay for the food, we pay from our own pocket. 200 people. That's the first big event that we conducted. We do everything. We print flyers. We did everything. We don't wait for our plans to hand us, okay, or to give instruction to do this and that. We do whatever it takes, whatever necessary to get the business going. Of course, probably our past experience helped a little bit in the course of conducting the business. But the point is, we don't wait for anybody. We don't wait for the company to announce to do something, or for the upline to do something. We take it. And that's number 2. So number 3, probably focus, like you said. We became a 6A in 6 months and 5 months because we focus, laser focus in what we do, in what we want to achieve. Of course.
I know you and NORLI hold a lot of seminars and functions. What was your biggest? What was the number of your biggest function?
1,000.
Amazing, 1,000. When you did that, it was really, you know, record breaking. Everybody was wondering to find out how and what we can do to follow your footsteps. That's wonderful.
Otherwise, it's just around 500, 600 around that time. Then suddenly we just go.
Even then, that's amazing. 500, 600. Yeah. Amazing. Now, there are 2 names that ZAHID just mentioned. One is Dr. Peggy Parker. Can you, for those of you who are interested to find out who she is, she has something to write about Kangen. Please check her out, okay, at your own free will. Then the second name that ZAHID just mentioned that helped him in his success is a gentleman called Jeevan Satadevan. And if you want to know what Jeevan can contribute and how Jeevan can contribute to you in your success, please check out the activities that we regularly have. And I can tell you, even for me, I always learn from him. He's got a lot of gems to share. And no matter at what level we are, this is a guy to learn from. He is the Sifu for Sam.
Let me just add on the third point, which is a focus there. Yes. You know, focus. You don't get distracted by all this, you know, all this new opportunity that comes. You know, this flavor of the month kind of thing. You know, even as it is right now, you know, at our stage right now, people still come to us offering us this and that. Okay, so how do we handle that? Okay, we tell them, okay, fine. You do first. After 6 months, you get back to us. Sure enough, they don't get back to you after 6 months. You know what is gone. It's all you know, what flavor of the month kind of thing. You know, so they still keep coming. So if you are focused, you know what you want to achieve, you want to do. That's it. This all distraction. It's nothing. You know, you just focus on what you want to achieve.
Thank you for bringing up this point, ZAHID. Because as you are focusing on your success, others are also prospecting to look for people like you to bring you over.
Yeah, they were hoping that we would jump over and bring the whole ship.
Yeah, you are right. That's why when you say it ties up with what you have to say about the belief, you know, that you have on this particular business, this particular product, and even on yourself. And your analogy of this, what they call this belief, It's just like the the coconut tree swinging behind you. The roots are spread out wide and deep.
Yeah.
But the trunk is very high up, you know. So no matter how strong the wind is, it's still strong. It just bend a bit and still strong. I'm glad you brought this up about people trying to recruit you even at this point of time and how you're able to tackle it correctly. Thank you, Zahid. That's wonderful. Okay, now you have gone through some experience, you have seen some success. Let's say you got a chance to go back to the day when you first started in Enagic. Is there anything you will do differently?
Everything happened for a reason. But yeah, probably yes. Okay. Having a proper system, because when you first get started, there is no system. We just do, everything, just go everywhere. Just do anything everywhere. There is no proper system. Now that we know there is actually, after attending Eric Worre, then we know there is a system that needs to be done, and just think like McDonald's. McDonald's is the most successful franchise in the world, I would say, and it is run by 17-year-old, by 18-year-old. Why? Because they have such a good system that anybody who goes into the store, get hired, they know what to do. So same thing in this business. So now that we learn, we are developing the system that when a new distributor come into the business, they know what to do. They have the script already, how to invite hot prospect, how to invite cold prospect, how to interact in the media, things to do, that kind of thing. So how starting new people, right? And what are the things that we need to do on a daily basis? They call it daily method of operation, DMO. There's DMO. So this is probably the only thing that we would change. Otherwise, we are happy. So no regret. Like I said at the beginning, we don't regret. Everything happened for a reason. And if you don't earn, we learn. Okay. So things that we have done, yes, it's a learning process, a learning curve for us. But if we had to restart, so probably we'll get the system right, get everything in order, and then move from there. Probably we will do it a lot faster than that when the system is in place. System.
The old term we use is systems. I think the current term they use is SOP. Everybody doing the same thing. I think there is a need for us to talk about building systems to ensure our success, sustainability in this particular business. But maybe on another day we can go deeper into it.
Of course, it is very crucial, because if you do not know how to start a new people, then our business will not expand, will not grow.
Yes.
People comes in, they don't know what to do, they die. That's it. They become a user, and there is no growth there. So if the system is in place, they can start.
Se il sistema è avviato, allora anche le persone che collaborano possono avviare il
somebody is
business.
talking. Please switch off your microphone because you are talking in Hindi, I think. Okay. Now, what I think you are trying to tell us is duplication, isn't it? A system for your people to duplicate you, duplicate your success, or even imitate your success.
Yeah, that's
good. Good. And now that you are so successful in the Enagic business, what is your biggest role for the future? A biggest goal for your future?
Qual è il tuo più grande obiettivo per il futuro?
Once again, sorry, Barbara, I think you have not activated the translation. So because when you speak, we can hear it in the room here.
Okay, I didn't receive the invitation to become a translation, actually. I should be able to click on.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I think we are having a technical hit, so you probably can't do it today. I have to fall back on to Francesco.
All right, no problem.
Francesco, are you there?
Yeah, Francesco is here. It's
All right.
interpreted.
So Francisco has to take over the translation again. Back to
Okay,
Francisco.
Zahid, let's go back.
Okay,
What
please
will
unmute
be,
yourself, Barbara.
What will be your biggest goal for the future?
We consider ourselves as parents. Your downlines they are just like your children and your grandchildren. As parents, you want to see your children, your grandchildren more successful than you are, right? So our goal, we actually put a date here by the end of June, 2025. We want to 25.
25?
Yeah.
What would that goal be?
We want to have 25 6A2-3 and above.
6A2-3, 25.
Yeah.
Wah, kaya lo.
3 and above.
That's a good goal. Not thinking about yourself, but thinking about the success of your downline. That's really good.
Yeah, we learn from reading. Who said that? I think Zig Ziglar or something, right?
Yes, that's
If
right.
enough people get what they want, you get what you want.
Yeah,
So,
Cora always quote this point.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay.
That's our biggest goal. That's our single biggest goal right now. So,
what about your Kuang goal? I think you have a goal in Kuang. I see in your Facebook. Maybe you can tell us something about it.
Okay, now things cannot move because of this lockdown thing, so it's still hanging, right? So,
okay. What will be your greatest advice, Zahid, for a new person who's trying to get started?
New person wants to get started.
Yes.
Do this business seriously. You have seen it. You have seen all the leaders. This is real. This is real. Think of it. Anything of value has a backup, right? Your handphone. This one has backup. If you jump off the plane as in a parachute, if you are a parachuter, you carry a backup chute. If you're traveling in the sea, there is a lifeboat, it's a backup. That's backup for your life. How about backup for your future? Do you think you still need one? What do you think? You think you need a backup for your future? You know why? Because it seems like every 10 years, we will face this global crisis. Doesn't matter, it's financial crisis or pandemic. You can look it up. Since early 70s, I think roughly about 10 years. Every 10 years, you will have a problem. So what do you think? Do you think, now people who have done the right thing, they go to school, they went to college, get a degree, they work, and then suddenly pandemic came and then it's gone. No more jobs for them. People work for years to build up their business, to create the business, and then pandemic came, it's gone, gone business. So even if you have a job right now, even if you have business right now, do this business as a backup. Later on when you make the money, you can always create another business from the income, which is what we are doing. We have cultivate our land, we develop the land. This is the money from the Kangen business. It's okay. Now the project is hanging because we cannot move, but it's okay, man. We still have income from Kangen. So do this business because of that reason. Like they always say, build the ship before you need it. You will need it every 10 years. Something will happen of a global scale will happen, and then you'll be happy that you have this Kangen business. Yeah. So do that.
Would you be able to tell a few differences to especially those new people, the difference that you found about Kangen compared to some of the other MLM companies that you used to be involved with?
Differences, okay.
Yes, the differences that caught you and got you and NORLI excited about Enagic.
Everything starts from the top, right? Everything starts from the top. We look at the top, the company, top level. and that change it. That's make it special, make it very special. You know, you notice some commodities are more valuable than the others, and you know, more valuable than the others. You know, and Enagic, Mr. Oshiro, is actually a very rare commodity. You know, that's why they are very valuable. You know, I tell you a story. This is actually from his book. How many of you have read the book? Biography of Mr. Oshiro.
Quenching the thirst for global success.
Global success. Okay.
Yes.
I suggest you get that book and you read it. I bought that book in Anaheim in 2015 during the global convention there, 2015. I bought the book there. We bought two. I bought one for myself, NORLI bought one for herself. And we finished reading that book that night. Finished reading. And we cried, both of us cried reading a book. Okay. So you know, when you read that book, you know the story, you know how Mr. Oshiro is in that book. It's actually, you know, there were times when Enagic was hit with hard times, you know. So the manager was actually suggesting to Mr. Oshiro, probably we should downsize it a bit, you know, by laying off some workers. But Mr. Oshiro objected to this. You know, this is hard time. Why should we fire people? We should be keeping them together. You know? So how many managers, how many CEO, you know, have that kind of mentality thinking? Yeah? Not many. So this is very, very rare. And in other instances, this is actually narrated to me by Bernard. You know, actually he met Mr. Oshiro in one of the events. So he noticed Mr. Oshiro was wearing an old wristwatch. I think he said Casio or something. It's very old. I mean, he could have helped himself with Richard Mille or, you know, at least Rolex or something. You know? But he is still wearing that old wristwatch, and he was taking pictures with his old camera. Then Bernard asked him why that old watch, old camera, and Mr. Oshiro reply was that it's distributor. So his focus, his emphasis is on distributor, not on himself. You know, if you have this kind of owner, yeah, running the company, and this is what you want to hang on to. This is what makes it special. This is rare. This is special. And of course, the marketing plan wise, you know, in my previous company, the way you get paid is actually they pay you from the top. But within Enagic, they pay you from the bottom, where the closest sales happen, right? If there is any leftover, and then you get, you know, the upline will get it. You know, otherwise you don't get it, right? So that's the difference to me. Whereas the philosophy, you know, helping people, and you know, you are dealing with water. Dealing with water is not the same with dealing with vitamin. You know, in my previous company, you know, we were dealing with supplement vitamins. I cannot give people vitamins to test and to try. Okay, yeah, take this. You try it for 2 weeks. I go bankrupt. You know? You go try this for 2 weeks. But with this business, just water, I can give people away for weeks and no problem. I don't go bankrupt. Yeah. So that's I think that's the big difference between my previous company and this company, Enagic, that we are so loved. I don't think we are going anywhere. We'll be here until the end.
I will join you, Zahid. Okay, I have come to the end of what I have got to do. I'll pass on to Sam to see whether Sam has something to add. Sam, you got something to add to ask Zahid?
Yeah. No, hi. Thank you very much, Zahid, for being here today, and for your immense
Sam,
contribution.
my pleasure.
Okay. So yeah, I don't have anything more to ask really, except that what I know about Zahid and Nolly is they are very good at events, at bringing people to the events, and also creating their own events. I remember, when in my early days in Zahid and Nolly's early days, right, when they were still new, they didn't have this was well before they started doing their own events. They were like capitalizing on my events. They were like buying up 100 tickets to pack people into the Essential Kangaroo Virtual Workshop, and they were like doing it consistently. Now, even today, Nolly and Zahid, they just buy up 30 tickets for themselves to pass it on to their own leaders. They used to buy 100 but now they've cut down to 30 because many of their leaders are buying their own tickets. So that's why they don't have to buy 100 tickets anymore. But they're still consistently buying 30 tickets each time we have the Essential Kangaroo Workshop, like the next one that we'll be having on the 7th of August. So Zahid, maybe can we ask you for your experience in regard to the Essential Kangaroo Workshop?
Event is like oxygen to anybody who wants to build a business. If you don't come to event, you don't get oxygen, you die. So that's the way to put it. To me, that's the way to put it. That's why from early on, we just keep putting people into the event. You know what? In event, you get a lot of things. In just how many hours of it? People who create the event, conduct the event, normally they have years and years of experience, and you are there for half a day, and you get all the experience, and you get you learn all the mistakes that you can avoid, from doing, and you increase your knowledge in the products. You hear success stories, from distributors who are common people just like you. What else? There's so many things, so many things happening in the event. So that's why I consider event is like a shortcut. The more people come to the event, the faster your team will grow. This is actually, I learned this from someone, in one of the big events that I attended. I was very excited. This is actually I think in Las Vegas or in Anaheim. So I was sitting to this big distributor. He was sitting in front of me, first row. I was second row. I was excited. A new 6A I think 2015. I think I was a new 6A, excited to come to my first big event, global event. Excited. Yeah. Then I introduced myself. Hi, my name is Zaid from Malaysia. So he asked me, what are you now? I'm a 6A. Oh, congratulations. So how many people you bring here? I said only one distributor. Okay, so you know what he said? So doesn't really matter if you are 6A, you have 100 people in your group, but the one that comes to the event, that's the one that counts. The rest are just users, they're not helping you grow their business. But the one who comes to the event, they are the one who ensure your business will grow. So that's why we keep bringing people to the event, just pack them to the event. It's an investment. Of course, when we buy 100 tickets, right? Not all hundreds are taken. Not all hundreds are bought by distributors. There are some tickets left, and that's we consider that as investment. So what we do sometimes, we give it to our prospect, or we give discount. Okay, you buy this at this certain price. This is investment. And the result, this is the result.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I think you put it very rightly, Zahid, because events are so important. Because now let me ask those people in the chat room. Okay, I get your fingers ready. Okay, we need some responses from you for those people who have attended events, and this is for the benefit of people who don't bother to come to events. Okay, now let me ask a question to all the participants in the room who has been attending events like the Enagic Malaysia or Enagic India, the annual celebration, the anniversary dinner, I'd like you to type in, okay, what you get from attending these events, what you get from attending the Enagic anniversary events. Enagic, just type in the experience. What did it do to you? Shiva Kumar, you came all the way to Malaysia to attend the Enagic anniversary event. That was back in 2018, I believe. All right. So what has it done to you? Okay. All right. What has it done to you? What has it done to your mindset in relation for this business? Can you type in your experience? You know, has it given you more confidence to sort of, and also get you to think bigger, and all this, you know, it builds on your faith and your confidence in the business, and that is all very important. Okay. Yeah. So can we invite more people to participate? Now, what has attended the Essential Kangen workshop done to you? What has attended is the KBS done to you, you know, in the way you see the business, okay? And even coming to this meeting, okay, for those of you who have been coming consistently, week after week coming to this meeting, why did you come for this meeting, right? It is because there's this thing that I learned from one of the courses that I attended. It is actually keeping in existence your belief and faith in this business. There's a structure. You see, you need to have a structure. You need to have a structure to maintain your level of belief and confidence. Okay, because sometimes, you know, it's like all of us, right? All of us, we need to take a shower every day. Okay, and like the same thing with motivation. We cannot just go for motivation once in a while. We have to keep motivated. We have to keep ourselves motivated every now and then. Like coming for this meeting, coming for this weekly meeting, coming for the trainings and all that. It is so important. So it is oxygen. Ruftan, yes, coming for this event is like oxygen. So no matter what you do, every Saturday come to attend this meeting, and also like Gideon Jacob, this is the environment. When you come for a training like this, right? Yeah, with people who is of like-minded, positive people, it's more than oxygen. Did you see that? Mason said it's more than oxygen coming for this meetings like this. Yeah. So I think Zahid really put it. You know, it is oxygen. Okay. Anything else from your side, Michael? Or maybe can we take some questions from the floor for Zahid? If there's any question from the floor.
But there's one earlier about. I think we shouldn't
Okay.
put it into this group.
All right. So, okay, I think we are like almost done here now. Zahid, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure, Sam. And
then,
Let's give Zahid a big round of applause for his wonderful sharing.
Okay.
And we hope that NORLI will recover as early as possible.
Okay, now, since we have a bit of time left, let's talk about the events that our people in the room today, they must get themselves into. Okay. Now, I would like to talk about two events. The first event is the Sales and Marketing Masterclass by Jeevan Sahadevan, which was conducted early this month on the 5th and 6th of June. The next event is happening in September. Okay. Let's hear from Zahid. Zahid, can you talk specifically on the Sales and Marketing event? Just 1-2 minutes on the Sales and Marketing Masterclass by Jeevan. And after that, we'll talk about GoPro.
Jeevan is actually on the other level. You know, when you attend meetings, Kangen-centric meeting, you know, we learn about Kangen, we learn about success story. But when you go to Kangen mastery, you know, sales and marketing mastery, that is a different ball game. You know, it takes you to another level. It's different because the application, because he's a business coach. You know, he has been coaching for 20 years to be big businesses. So that brings you to higher level. So you learn a business, how to run the business, how to deal with people, you know, in a larger context. not only just how you worry about doing the demo or sharing the water and that kind of stuff. This is up another level. That's what I like about Jiwan, of course, because his vast experience probably, and then the specialization that he has is just amazing. Now we have been coming to Jiwan seminar over and over, time and time again. Yeah? So that's what happened to me. That's what happened to myself and NORLI. And we actually invited Jiwan to our Kangen Business Seminar early on. So they love it, except that he speaks English. That my people mostly speaks Malay. So so we need to do some translation after this. If you were to invite him to our event, anyway, they can come to this event, and there'll be translation provided anyway. Yeah. So
okay, sorry, yeah. By the way, I've just put up the flyer up. Can you all see the Jiwan flyer on the screen?
No, Sam.
not yet.
It's only an announcement. The flyer is not there.
Okay. Thanks very much, Zahid, for your share.